Randy Haskins on the Twitters wants to know, can I please ask a question? How is the GOP, how do they have no love for labor unions, but love the police union? We already know. We make it make sense. We already know.
Oh, I can make it make sense for you. Because
they're hypocrites.
No, well, yeah, but also white supremacy. You have to understand that even in a police city like Washington, D.C., we call it Chocolate City, our police force is still 70% male, and it's still like 60% white. And so one of the funny things about FOP and police benevolent associations is that management in policing is more diverse than union leadership in policing. Union leadership in policing is the singularly most complicit, most male-dominated, most undiverse, and most discriminatory in its representations, because it makes real clear choices as to who it backs up and who it lets hanging in the wind. So you want to, I mean, that's the next block we can talk about, my ideas about dealing with the union. But unioning in policing is not the problem in and of itself. It's that unions are essentially popularity contests. The leadership of the union is selected by the membership. If you have a predominantly white male membership, you have a predominantly white male leadership of the union. And even Black police chiefs and Black mayors like Lori Lightfoot need the support of the police unions to get elected and to get into power and stay into power. And that's the game that people don't understand. They put Black faces at the top, but underneath the real power is in white union leadership.
Hey, all right. 866-801-8255. Okay. So last time you were here, your solution was to tie random, anonymous, kind of like a Yelp rating system on every police stop. So every stop, I guess, in the database goes everybody's name. So if you're stopped by police, that stop goes into the database automatically, right?
Right. Not just stops, it's internal as well as external, right? Every engagement. If I'm going to get requalified on my weapon, somebody may be getting requalified next to me, and they get a survey too. It could be the secretary, the janitor, it could be my instructor, it could be anybody I interact with. And because it's random, it's year long, and it's very short, and it is completely anonymous. You get a 360 view of this individual, not just how they act to their clique and the people they like, but how they act to everybody. And over time, you get a grade. I call it a citizenship grade. And you have to be, my idea is that you have to be at 75% positive to keep the job. If you are at 75, you get to stay. But you don't get to promote unless you're 80. And you can't get into senior leadership unless you're 85. Because what that tells us is that now you promote and you retain based on being a good person, not just a good officer, and certainly not just someone with patronage from on high.
Chanel Dickerson, former assistant chief of police in DC, handling mostly youth and family engagement in the Youth and Family Engagement Bureau. Would this work? Would a grading system like this, a citizenship grade, would this be something that could work?
Absolutely. Because you don't know who's grading you. Everyone has the opportunity to grade you. So then you're very careful of how you treat people.
Exactly. It changes the mindset.
It would only work if the system is really truly anonymous. Like if when you, anonymous.
And confidential. Anonymous, confidential, and
confidential.
Right.
Can we depend on that? Because I don't trust that.
Yeah, because you don't put it inside the police department. So this is something that takes place.
Where does this data go?
It could be a private entity. It could be like an Office of Human Rights. It could be, there are options. But as long as it's completely outside the police department, then there's no way for it to be manipulated.
I love it. Okay. Come on through algorithms. Let the algorithms handle that.
So the AI, we have the technology now.
Yes.
The AI will be able to start establishing a trend. And the way that this works over time is that for the old crusty people, it may not have much of a difference. But that young cadet coming in, that's thinking about their promotability and their trajectory. The first time they go under 75, what are they thinking? Like, oh my God, I must have pissed off enough people for me to have a serious issue here. I need to rethink how I'm doing.
Right.
Because I want to make that next step. If I'm taking this, if you understood how hard these people study to make sergeant, to make lieutenant, they study really hard for that. They want that promotion, right? But let's say they score really well on a sergeant's exam, but they have a 52 in citizenship and can't get promoted.